could tell who I am from the back, cause it's heavy. Rock steady, I'm the wrong code to try to get me in, cause I'm petty.
Hello everyone, welcome to the today's technology podcast. It's a pleasure to be with you again in the episode. We will discuss a very important topic in the digital age, cryptography.
Hello everyone, it's right. That one, many of us have probably heard the term cryptography, but don't really understand what it is or why the technology so important our daily lives.
Will, of the next 5 minutes, we will discuss the definition, function types, an example of cryptography, application in everyday life. Jega, what exactly is cryptography?
Cryptography is the skill and technique of protection information by converting the original data into a form that's encryptable by unknown parties. This process is called encryption. The data can then be restored to its original from top description using a specific key.
So the main goal is to keep data safe from unauthorized parties, right?
That's right. For example, when we send message via chat apps, make mobile banking transaction or log in to social media, all of this data is protection using cryptography to prevent it from being easily stolen or manipulation by hacker.
That's interesting. So without realizing it, we actually use cryptography almost every day.
That's right. Even when we open a website that user HTTPS and a padlock icon appears in the browser, it indicates that communication between the user and the server has been secured using cryptography technology.
So, what are the main functions of cryptography?
There are several important functions. The first is confidentiality. Data can only be read by another parties. The second is integrity, which ensure the data remain unchanged during transmission.
So, cryptography is just about hiding data, but also maintaining the authenticity and trustworthiness of the information.
The third is accountation, which ensure the anciently of the sender and reception. And the fourth is non-reputation, which prevents someone from dying that's right even send information or make a certain transaction.
Speaking of types, does cryptography only have a method?
Yes, actually,
What are the advantages of this method?
no. In general, there are two main types. The first is symmetric cryptography. In this method, the encryption and description process use the same key. An example of an algorithm is ICE or Advanced Encryption Standards.
The second type?
The process is fast and efficient, making it suitable for encryption large amount of data. However, the challenge is how to successfully send the key to the reception.
So even if the public key is known to many people, the data remains secure because only the private key can decrypt it.
The second is asymmetric cryptography. This method used two key, a public key and a private key. The public key is used to encryption data, while the private key is used to decryption it.
Now, let's discuss example of its application in everyday life.
Yes, that's right. An example of an algorithm that uses this method is RSA.
So even the service provider can read or missions, right?
Here are many examples. When we make transaction via mobile banking, our account information and PIN are encryption. Then, when we shop a marketplace using a credit card or digital wallet, our payment data is also secured using cryptography. Furthermore, application like WhatsApp use end-to-end encryption technology. So only the sender and reception can read the message content.
Does cryptography have weakness?
That's right. That's one reason why communication security is much better today than it was a few years ago.
So digital security depends not only on technology but also on user awareness.
Okay. Hello friend, welcome back to Day Technology Podcast. It's great to be sharing information about the world of technology again.
Everyone, in this episode, we will discuss communication technology that is probably very familiar to us, email or electronic mail.
Even though there are many instant message applications like WhatsApp, Telegram, and other, email still play a very important role, especially in education, work, and business.
That's right. So in the next 4 minutes, we will discuss what email is all it what, its functions, advantages, its advantages, and tips for using email successfully.
Darman, what actually is a mail?
Email or electronic mail is a service that allows someone to send or receive messages over the internet. Emails are just text message. The and also send files like document, image, video, or even presentation.
So, you could say email is electronic email that replaces conventional mail, right?
That's right. The difference is while regular mail take several days to arrive, emails can be received in just seconds as long as the recipient is connected to the internet.
Why email is one of the most widely used digital communication tools worldwide.
By put, when we compose message and press the send button, the email is sent to the email service provider server. The server then forwards the message to the recipient server. The recipient can then open the message, push the email application or browser using the email account.
If I might ask, how actually does email work?
Carrot or thought, the process is quite complex. It all happens very quickly, so the user only has to wait a few seconds.
This means the email delivery process involves several steps before it finally reaches the reception.
The Armani first it serves as a medium for official communication. For example, between student lecturers or between employers and companies. Second, email is used to send important documents such as reports, assessment, proposal, and job application. Direct email is also used as a digital identity when registered for social media, marketplace, banking application, or other online service. Almost all of them require an email address.
Now, let's discuss the function of email. What are its use?
Because email is often used as a central point for user identity verification on advantages on disadvantages of email.
That's right. Even when we forget an account password, the recovery process is actually done via email.
Some of the advanced are first message delivery is very fast. Second, you can send various IP or files as attachments. Third, the cost of using it is very low because it only requires an internet connection. Fourth, email can be stored for a long time, making them easy to retrieve when needed.
In your opinion, what are the advantages of email compared to other communication media?
Of course, there are some drawbacks. For example, email requires an internet connection. Then, many users receive spam or unwanted promotional email. Furthermore, there is the threat of phishing, which are fake emails made to look like official email with the eye of stealing personal data such as password or account information.
So what about the drawback?
Are several things to keep in mind. First, use a strong and unique password. Second, enable two-factor authentication or two-step verification for additional account protection. Third, don't carelessly open entitlements or fake online from unknown senders. Fourth, always verify the sender's email address before providing important information. Or finally, never share your OTP code or password with anyone.
This is a common problem because many people are still easily fooled by fake emails.
That's right. Many cases of account actually occur due to user negligence, not a weak email system.
So, what are some tips for staying safe using email?
Sure. For example, a student sends an assessment to their lecturer via email. A job seeker sends a cover letter and CV to a company.
Okay, so that's conclude our podcast discussion on cryptography and email. This was a learning experience and the importance of these two topics and what we mean by cryptography and email. I'm Novi Kurniawan Zega.
And Darman Halawa.
Thank you and see you later.